This has probably got to be one of the strongest female characters written for an Indian film. Hi guys, this is Farad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And today I am back with another blast from the past section from my favorite language, Malayalam. And the Malayalam film that we are going to be discussing today is the 1986 film Panchagni, which means Five Fires, which is starring Geetha and Mohanlal. The film is written by legendary writer M.T. Vasudev Nair, and I think it has to be one of the most powerful, female characters that has ever been written for an Indian film. Now, Panchagni, right from the beginning, right from the first scene, it really absorbs you with its atmosphere that is there. The one that is similar to Matulukal, if you see, it opens in that fashion, in which you see a protagonist in the jail setup that is there. Slowly you get to know that she's been jailed for certain crime that she's committed. You do not exactly know. There's a little bit of ambiguity about the kind of the nature of the crime that is there, and slowly once she's out on payroll, the story ranges over the next 2 weeks in that duration of the film, and lets of her journey and her interpersonal relationships that she shares with the people that she used to interact with before getting into jail, while some other new characters are also introduced in her life. And the story here essentially is about the character dynamics. The focus is on that as well, while also deeply delving into the emotions and the psyche of the protagonist that is there, which is essayed by Geetha here. And there are, such nuanced emotions in store here. You see, she, after she's out on payroll, she you get to know that she is interacting with a couple of characters who aren't really comfortable with her presence around them, and it actually is a little bit of a mystery as well as a little bit of a gut wrenching situation for her, and as the character you see, and the mystery of what crime she's committed is briefly told through a series of flashbacks that is there. You do not exactly know on what the crime that has been committed, but at the same time you also are invested in a journey on how she tries to win over the people that were at one point very close to her. In the midst, you also see the character of Mohanlal that is there, who's a very endearing and sincere character here, and he really wants to write an article about her story that is there. And he's very frank in doing it for the little bit of money that is there. There's also a love angle that blossoms at the end, and it's a very earnest kind of a character that is in the setup. But knowing M.T. Vasudev Nair, the writer that is there, you get to know that it's not going to be a happy ending usually, and that is the case here as well. You are promised and set up with a happy ending that is there until the twist at the end, and as a parallel story you are also told about what happens about the previous crime that she's committed, and it's almost like a parallel that is drawn between the previous crime and the current crime that happens in her life. And I think Geetha in that scene was phenomenal here, and I think it was very well staged as well, with the mystery of the previous, because a lot of events had already happened by the time the story begins. A lot of events had transpired in the life of the protagonist that is there, and so therefore it made for a lot more cards hidden, so to say, close to the chest. And I think that is something, that kind of a narrative was very intriguing as a viewer also, while also giving you a chance to be emotionally invested in the character. And I think it was wonderfully directed by Hariharan. That is, I think this is one of the first works of Hariharan that I am discovering. I'm sure he's done a lot of other good work as well, but this is one of the first works of Hariharan, if I'm not wrong. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances, all of them have done a wonderful job. I think Tilakan was wonderful to watch as well. Murli, who played the younger brother of the protagonist, he was wonderful to watch as well. I think all the other characters do well. Mohanlal is very sincere, and I think this was a younger looking Mohanlal that is there from the otherwise stardom that he was to destined to achieve later on. And I think he did a wonderful job here, and he was nicely playing foil, to the protagonist that is there. He did a wonderful job here. The protagonist here, I think, essayed by Geetha, I think she was phenomenal here. I think every expression, every beat of a character was wonderfully on the dot. This was one complaint that I also had recently in recent Malayalam films that are there, that there aren't too many strongly written characters. And this is that one example that is there on what a strong female lead can do, and the way the story can be maneuvered, with her presence that is there. And I think she was absolutely phenomenal to watch. So overall, Panchagni is highly recommended from my end. It's a 1986 film, and thank you so much once again for the recommendation that is there, and keep the recommendations going. It's actually each day I'm watching these films, I'm getting to learn so much. So thank you so much again for the recommendations. Throw me some in the comments as well, and let me know your experience on what did you think when you'd watched Panchagni, or if you watched later on, not during its theatrical runs, but like me on OTT. It's, by the way, on Hotstar. Also, if you're liking this video, please smash that like button. It's okay also to dislike the video, but important to like or dislike and comment on the video to fuel the YouTube algorithm. What's more, you can do, you can share this video with your friends and family. Ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. And also visit my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. There is a new review every day that you will get to read, and I think that is a good USP, good enough USP to visit my site as well. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, and on my social media handles, so leave a follow there as well. Everything is in the description box below. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.